Hey guys, today I have a Pilates class for you. All you'll need is a mat. Seated roll downs. Take a seat with your legs straight and your toes pointed. Place your hands on your knees. Bring your chin to your chest. Slide your hands down your legs as far as you can. And then curl your spine and stack vertebrae one by one as you come back to your seated position. Float your hands up, extend, look up at the ceiling, and float your hands back to your starting position. Chin to chest, curl, slide. Trying to come down that little bit further. Sliding back, stacking vertebrae one by one as you come back to your seated position. Float and extend, and just take your time through this movement. Waking up the backs of the legs, the spine. Warming up through the full body. Trying to slide down those legs a little bit further each time. Just allow that breath to come natural to your movement. Do 3 more. Float your eyes where your hands move. Don't rush through. Take your time. Last movement. Float to extend to finish, and then bring your hands back to the side of your body. Chest openers, laying on your side with your bottom leg straight and your top leg at a right angle. Take your bottom hand straight and your top hand to your ear. Take a breath in and close. As you exhale, float your eyes where your elbow moves. Inhale, close. Exhale, open. As you open, keep your top knee rested on the floor. Really releasing through the upper spine. Trying to go that little bit further each time. Float your eyes where your elbow moves. Exhale as you open. And inhale as you close. Last 2. Finishing in our closed position. We're going to come up and repeat that onto the other side. So bottom leg straight, top leg at a right angle, bottom hand flat, and your top hand on your ear. Inhale, close. Exhale as you float open. Float your eyes where your elbow moves. Halfway there. Really smooth it out. 2 more. Focusing on the release through our upper spine. The last one. And finishing with our close. Coming onto your back, we're going to go into some roll-ups. So we lay flat with pointed toes and we float our hands straight over our head in line with our shoulders. Float your hands up straight in line with your shoulders. Bring your chin to your chest, curl your spine off the mat and come into a really good seated position here. Then float your hands and reach for your toes. Coming back to that seated position, drop your shoulders down, heads in line with the spine, chin to chest curl. Connecting vertebrae one by one as you slowly make your way back down onto the mat and float your hands over your head. Float your hands up. Coming up to that seated position, nice and strong into the back. Reach for the feet. Scoop, coming back to your seated position, chin to chest curl. Releasing vertebrae one by one as you make your way back down to the mat. Just take your time with this movement. We aim for about 10 repetitions of each exercise, so flow with it. Warming through the full body, bringing in awareness into our bellies. Allow the breath to come natural to the movement. And really focus on the engagement through the belly as you curl and make your way back down to the mat. Feel strength into your body as we perform 3 more. Warming up our tummies to come into a tummy set. 2 more. And last one. Lovely. We're going to go into some toe taps. We're going to float our hands by the side of our bodies and place our palms into the floor. Slide your legs into a relaxation position. Float one leg to tabletop, followed by the other. So we're going to go into some toe taps. Take a breath in. As you exhale, tap your toes to the floor, coming back to your center, and we alternate from side to side. Take a breath out as your foot taps, and take a breath in as you come back to your center. Exhale and lower. Inhale as you draw up. Take your time, don't rush. One more each way. Excellent. And just bring your feet back to your relaxation position and just take a quick break. We're going to progress now and go into a single leg extension. So float one leg back to tabletop, followed by the other. Tabletop is a right angle from hip, knee to pointed toe. Take a breath in. As you exhale, you take one leg out to a single leg extension while the other leg stays in a tabletop position. Come back to your center. Taking your other leg straight out, coming back to your center. And we alternate from side to side. Exhale as you push away from your body, and inhale as you come back to center. Really smooth those legs as you float away from your body, coming back to your center position. One more each way. Bring your legs back down to your relaxation position and just take a quick break. Our next progression is a double leg extension. Float one leg back to tabletop, followed by the other. Take a breath in. As you exhale, push both legs away from your body and then come back to your tabletop position. Exhale as you push away and inhale as you come back to your center. If it's a little strenuous on your back, just don't take your legs as low to the floor. Keep moving through the movement. The lower you take your legs to the floor, the harder it will be for you. Breath out as you push away and breath in as you come back to your center. Relax those shoulders away from your ears, putting pressure through your hands if you're finding it hard. Keeping your eye focus, looking up at the ceiling, and really focus your energy into your core while we perform 3 more. Last 2. and 1 to go. Float your legs back down to your relaxation position while we set up for our next movement. Bring your hands together and interlock and place your hands behind your head. Float one leg back to tabletop, followed by the other. Let's progress. So we come into a half crunch whilst we bring our knees to our chest with pointed toes. We open up, so we push our legs away and lower our head back, and then we come back to our center. So exhale and open. Inhale to center. Exhale and open. Inhale to center. Take a moment to check your elbows. I want you to make sure that they're really falling off to the side. So you don't want to bring them in and hug your head. Really allow them to relax. This way we're not pushing on our neck to come up into our little half crunch. Inhale and close. Exhale and open. We have 4 more to go. Two more. And last one. Bringing our legs back down. Our last core exercise, we have 2 levels. Join me on level 1. Take your hands straight up in line with your shoulders and take a breath in. As you exhale, float your hands to your knees and come into a half crunch. Inhale as you come back down. We'll do 1 more together. Exhale as you tap your knees and inhale as you come back. If you'd like to make it a little bit harder, take your heels slightly further away from your glutes. Take a breath in. As you exhale, we come up into a full crunch. So we come up into a nice seated position. So think of a string lifting our spine. We have a nice gap between the chin and our chest, and our shoulder blades are pushing back. Then we bring our chin to our chest and curl, connecting vertebrae one by one as you come back down. But your hands only come back in line with your shoulders. Coming up, and then curling down. So I want you to pick level 1, half crunch, or join me for level 2, full crunch. Let's continue. Trying to keep our feet on the floor as we lift, controlling down. Really feel the sensation of curling our spine, connecting vertebrae one by one as we make our way back down onto the mat. Exhale as you lift, and inhale as you curl down with control. Let's finish our core set strong. We have 4 to go. Last 3. Float your eyes where your body moves. And find our final one. Once we're on our back, we'll stay down here. Let's move on to some legs. So we're going to come back into our relaxation position with our hands by the side of our body. We're going to start with some bridges. So we're just going to rock our spine until we find our neutral. So it's just a slight curve to the lower part of our back. Now I want you to flatten that. Peel your spine off the mat as you drive your hips up. Hold for a breath in, and as you exhale, curl and scoop and connect vertebrae one by one as we make our way back down, finding your neutral spine. Flatten your spine and then coming straight back up and then curling down. Take a moment just to shimmy your shoulders and relax. Focus your energy into the lower part of your body as we warm up into the glutes. Just taking your time as we lift, feel the squeeze in your glutes, hamstrings, quads. Using our hands just to help push our body up. We'll do 3 more here. Exhaling as we lift, and inhale as we come down with control. Now our next bridge, I'd love you to hold it up. Now this position here is called an isometric bridge hold. That's where we hold ourselves still. We're going to float our hands up straight, in line with our shoulders. We're going to take a breath in. As we exhale, we float our hands straight over our head while our lower body stays in our bridge position, and then we float our hands back up in line with our shoulders. And we do this 9 more times. The only thing that's moving is our arms floating in line with our shoulders and floating straight over our heads. Hold it here. Feel yourself squeezing your glutes evenly. Feel that your hips are even and your pelvis is not rotating from side to side. Keep your knees still, like you've got a ball squeezing between your legs. Hold your tummy tight. Keep your eye focus up at the ceiling. Breathe out as you float your hands over your head, and breathe in as you come back up in line with your shoulders. 4 more floats. Keep the lower body still. Keep your core still. We have 2 more here. Last one. Once your hands are back up in line with your shoulders, scoop and curl, connecting vertebrae one by one as you make your way back down onto the mat, and float your hands back to the side of your body with your palms facing the mat. I want you to float your left leg to tabletop. We're now going to go into some single-legged bridges. Take a moment just to relax those shoulders away from your ears. Flatten your spine as you come straight up and then come straight back down. So exhale as you lift and inhale as you come back down. Really make sure that when we come up that your hips are hinged together and you don't feel yourself rotating off to the side. We have 5 more on the right leg. Really pushing off that right heel. Keeping our left leg at a tabletop, so that's our right angle from hip, knee to pointed toe. Keep relaxed through the shoulders while we perform 2 more. Last one. Float your left leg down. Before we perform the other side, I want you to bring your hands straight back up in the air in line with your shoulders. Come back into your isometric bridge hold. We're going to keep in our bridge hold whilst we do switching arms. So your left hand goes straight over your head whilst your right goes straight to the side of your body, and then float them back through the air as we alternate from side to side. Through this movement, just allow your breath to come natural to the movement. Really keeping those hips up strong. Keeping our tummies on tight. Keeping our knees still. And keeping our eye focus looking up at the ceiling. While we do 4 more floats. 1 more each way. Keeping our body still, it's just our arms floating through the air. Then both hands come up in line with your shoulders and float to the side of your body. Curl, connecting vertebrae one by one as you make your way back down. Let's do the other leg now. So we're going to take our we're going to take our right leg up actually. From here, we take a breath in. As we exhale, we push straight up. Curl our spine as we come back down. Let's really work on that left side now. Take a moment to relax your shoulders. Keeping your eye focus, looking up at the ceiling. Keeping your right leg at a right angle from hip, knee to pointed toe. Two more here. Last one. Float your right leg down. We're now going to bring our chin to our chest and our knees to our chest. We're going to rock up like a ball, and then we're going to make our way down onto our bellies and do our back set. So take your time as you come down, and I want you to float your hands straight by the sides of your ears, and your feet are pointed with your legs at hip width apart. Now take a breath in. As we exhale, we're just going to come up into a back extension with straight arms. So exhale, lift, and inhale as you come back down. Making sure your arms stay by the sides of your ears and your eye focus continues to look down at the mat. If you feel that you can't lift very high, it's very normal. It's a very gentle lift. Our feet are staying on the floor. We'll progress the movement shortly. Let's just raise awareness to the lower part of our back and start to warm it up. Relax those shoulders away from your ears. Take a gentle exhale as you rise, and inhale as you come down with control, keeping your feet rested on the floor. 2 more. And last one. We're now going to progress and we're going to lift the legs at the same time as our upper body. So let's prepare. Take a breath in. As you exhale, lift your upper body and lower body together. Feel the squeeze and then come down with control. Exhale as you rise and inhale as you lower. Keeping your eyes looking down at the floor. Keep your toes pointed and wiggle them from time to time because they do tend to cramp. Gentle, smooth lifts. While we perform 3 more together. Last 2. And 1 more. Let's progress again. So this time we're going to lift. We lift our upper body and our lower body together and we hold. We float our hands through the air and draw a half circle until our hands are in line with our shoulders. Then we float our hands back to our starting position and then we lower the upper body and the lower body together. Then we repeat. Arms, head, legs lift. Float your hands into a half circle. Come back to your starting position and lower down together. Allow your breath to come natural to the movement. Keep your head in line with your spine. We're going to perform 4 more together. Last 3. Just allow that breath to come natural to the movement of your body. And last 1. We're now going to bring our hands to the side of our chest and we're going to push our bodies up slowly. Take a seat and I'd love you to position your legs off to the side. We're now going to finish off with our mermaid stretch. So we place one hand to the side of our knee. We reach up and over as far as you can and then coming in the other direction, alternating from side to side. Just relax now. Feel the stretch through the side of your body. We perform this on both sides. So one side you really hit a brick wall and this is the side that's really getting deep into the stretch. And the other one just flows nicely. It's such a beautiful stretch. So it's like we're working within 2 parallel walls here. Just float your eyes where your body moves and allow your breath just to come natural to our movement here. We'll just do 1 more each way. Coming back into our center, we're going to flip our legs around to the other side and continue with the arm floats. Great work. Close your eyes if you wish, if it helps you to relax and helps you to unwind. Trying to go that little bit deeper each time as we float from side to side. Finishing off with 1 more each way. And bringing our hands into our center. Thank you so much, guys, for joining me for Pilates today.